Good morning, Sagittarius. How are you today? My name is Sherilyn, and I'm here to do your weekend bonus reading. This one is going to be for Friday, June 20th through Sunday, June 22nd. There you go. We're going to do it the same way we always do. I will call out all 12 signs. When I call out a sign, whoever comes to your mind first, that's who we're talking about. I'll pull 2 cards for each of the 12 signs. It is to give you some sort of an overview into the current dynamic between you and the person that came to your mind when I called out the sign, okay? At the bottom, I will pull 2 cards each for Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. It's just to give you some sort of a heads up as to what could possibly be coming towards you this weekend. The hope here is that it will make it easier for you to navigate your way through the weekend, okay? All right, this one is for my Sagittarius, Sagittarius, Sagittarius. All righty then. Let's see what we get. If you are a Sagittarius dealing with an Aries, I've got the Judgment card and the 6 of Wands. So this Aries is viewing you as somebody who possibly is in the public eye or who gets a lot of attention, a lot of recognition. They're saying that you've called judgment on them. I'm not sure what for, but something had to be going on here, right? There you go. It feels like this is a less than stellar situation right this second. However, I don't know that I feel it's going to stay that way. So it feels like you two have history, but there's been a tiff here right now, okay? If you are a Sagittarius dealing with Taurus, I've got the 10 of Swords and the Ace of Wands. So the Taurus is viewing you as somebody who has been through a betrayal. This betrayal happened because somebody was being very impulsive. This could be somebody that you were dating. I don't believe you're dating them anymore. Yeah, there was a third party involved here, it feels like. Anyways, okay, if you are a Sagittarius dealing with a Gemini, I've got the Hangman and the 8 of Swords. The Gemini is viewing you as somebody who's very restricted by your thoughts right now, and you're also very stuck for some reason. So, no bueno on that. No, okay. If you are a Sagittarius dealing with a Cancer, I have the Knight of Cups and the Moon card. So the Cancer is viewing you as somebody who has secrets. You're trying to come in like the knight in shining armor when it comes to them, I believe. But they're not stupid. I mean, you're acting like you think you can pull the wool over their eyes, but you're not. Okay, there you go. If you are a Sagittarius dealing with a Leo, I have the Hermit and the 4 of Pentacles. So the Leo is viewing you as somebody who's holding on tightly to your past for some reason, which has caused grief between the two of you, and therefore you have now pulled your energy back to try to reassess the situation. Almost like you're trying to shift blame to them, when in reality this does appear that it's you that's holding on to the past, okay? If you are a Sagittarius dealing with a Virgo, I have the King of Wands and the Queen of Swords. So I believe that you are presenting here as the King of Wands. So very charismatic, natural born leader, real good at, everybody likes you. Everybody wants to be with you. You're a lot of fun, always up for adventure, not the best one to be tied down to because you don't like to be tied down. The Queen of Swords is whoever is in the Virgo situation. The Virgo is the Queen of Swords. They've got the sword drawn. I don't know. This feels like you guys are not on the same page. I think maybe this tried to get some traction as far as a relationship goes, but you guys are really coming from 2 separate places here. So it's challenging. If you are a Sagittarius dealing with a Libra, I have the Wheel of Fortune and the 3 of Pentacles. This Libra would love to collaborate with you. They feel like the Wheel of Fortune would spin for both of you in the right direction if you could collaborate on something. This is work related or attached to money, though. It's not a love type relationship. If you are a Sagittarius dealing with a Scorpio, I have the World card and the 10 of Pentacles. At one time, this Scorpio felt that the two of you would build to the 10 of Pentacles and live happily ever after. That cycle has closed for some reason. It's not telling me why. It just says it's closed. So, if you are a Sagittarius dealing with another Sagittarius or possibly trying to send yourself a message, you've got the Lovers and the 5 of Pentacles. So I think if you are sending yourself a message, you are trying to warn yourself about some sort of a dynamic here where you have a dynamic that's heavily laden with emotion. Anyways, this is some kind of a romantic entanglement. I don't want to say it's a relationship. I don't know why. It's like a situationship / something. But you're trying to warn yourself to pump the brakes on it because it looks like you could end up very easily left out in the cold in this situation. That's what I've got. If you are a Sagittarius dealing with a Capricorn, I have the Emperor and the Two of Pentacles. The Capricorn is viewing you as somebody who is being a fuddy-duddy. No, you're being, you're too absolute in your beliefs. You're not leaving any room for compromise. You're very rigid in your thinking. And it's causing you to be very unbalanced, or it's causing the relationship between the two of you to be very unbalanced. You know, you're not open to hear any other ideas. You don't want to hear any other way to do anything. It's really stifling what looks to be some sort of a work relationship to me. Making you very hard to deal with is what it's saying. Very stubborn, okay? If you are a Sagittarius dealing with an Aquarius, I have the Nine of Pentacles and Temperance. So that the Aquarius is viewing you as somebody who's definitely in your independence right now. Temperance is your card anyways, but it you're in your power, you're in your element here. This feels like somebody who just knows you fairly well. You know what I'm saying? They're watching from the sidelines. I think they are fairly impressed with how well you've held yourself together through whatever it is you've been through recently. Okay? If you are a Sagittarius dealing with a Pisces, I have the Four of Wands and the Ten of Cups. Wow. This Pisces is viewing you as a higher level soulmate to them and somebody who they could quite easily build to the Ten of Cups, which would be emotional fulfillment. If you're on board, this one looks the most promising of all of them for a relationship, but if you're on board. All right, what do we got? For Friday, you've got the Seven of Wands and the Page of Pentacles. You've got your head down and you're trying to just focus on building this foundation that you want to build. You're very defensive right now. I don't know what you've been through, but you've got your sword drawn, you're defensive, okay, in general right this second, towards everybody, I think. On Saturday, you've got the Page of Cups and the Magician. So you're manifesting some kind of an offer here or an apology. Might be an apology. There you go. That's kind of ego-driven, I think, but that's all right. Sunday, you've got the High Priestess and the Seven of Cups. Yeah. There's some kind of secrecy here, and it's over the fact that you have options. Feels like you could be being fairly deceitful if you're dating right now. That's just how it feels, Sagittarius, okay? You're not being as sincere or authentic as possibly you should be. But that's just my opinion. You can do whatever you want. Just sometimes it plays out badly if you're not honest. Sometimes. Okay. Whatever you decide to do. This was what I had for you this week. I will be back on Sunday with weekly readings. No matter what the cards say, go out and have the best possible day you can. You know, best possible weekend, all that. That's all you can do. Just go make it the best you can make it. Alrighty? And then I'm here every morning for the daily energy check-ins. If you're looking for a private reading, just send me a message. I'll get you the details. I will never reach out to you first. Ever, ever, ever. So if somebody does, it's not me. Even if they have my picture, doesn't matter. Not me. It's somebody else, and so don't get taken, please. Okay? All right, you guys. Thanks for everything. I hope you have a wonderful day. Take care.